Daniel, chapter 1. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim king of Judah came Nebuchadnezzar king of Babel unto Jerusalem, and besieged it. And the Lord gave Jehoiakim king of Judah into his hand with part of the vessels of the house of God, which he carried into the land of Shinar, to the house of his God, and he brought the vessels into his God's treasury. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, of the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored, and instruct in all wisdom, and well seen in knowledge, and able to utter knowledge, and such as were able to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning, and the tongue of the Chaldeans. And the king appointed them provision every day of a portion of the king's meat, and of the wine, which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now among these were certain of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the chief of the eunuchs gave other names. For he called Daniel Belteshazzar, and Hananiah Shadrach, and Mishael Meshach, and Azariah Abednego. But Daniel had determined in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he required the chief of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the chief of the eunuchs. And the chief of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. Therefore if he see your faces worse liking than the other children which are of your sort, then shall you make me lose mine head unto the king. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the chief of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, Prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat, and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenances of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of 10 days their countenances appeared fairer, and in better liking than all the children's, which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat, and the wine that they should drink, and gave them pulse. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and understanding in all learning and wisdom. Also he gave Daniel understanding of all visions and dreams. Now when the time was expired that the king had appointed to bring them in, the chief of the eunuchs brought them before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king. And in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the enchanters and astrologians that were in all his realm. And Daniel was unto the 1st year of King Cyrus.